brothers and sisters of Africa, and to our cherished friends in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and across the African American diaspora. Today marks a historic moment in our shared journey, a moment that bridges oceans and centuries, a moment that reclaims our heritage and renews our collective destiny. It is with great pride and conviction that I announce the eligibility of our brothers and sisters from Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and the African American community to receive African passports. For too long, the ties that bind us, the blood, culture, and spirit of Africa, have been divided by distance and circumstance. But Africa is not just a land, it is a living, breathing home for all who trace their roots to its soil. This gesture goes beyond mere documentation. It is an invitation to reclaim identity, to deepen unity, and to strengthen our common resolve. By granting African passports to our diasporic brothers and sisters, we affirm that Africa's doors are open, that our continent stands as a beacon of opportunity, dignity, and pride. This is a call for solidarity, for partnership in the building of an Africa that is prosperous, sovereign, and united. Together, we will work to dismantle the lingering chains of colonialism and exploitation. Together, we will build economies that serve our people, foster peace in our communities, and preserve the richness of our diverse cultures. Together, we will write a new chapter, one of empowerment, justice, and shared destiny. To the people of Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and African Americans everywhere, we welcome you home. This passport is more than a document. It is a symbol of belonging, a bridge across history, and a commitment to a future that we build together. Let us stand united, proud, and unwavering in our commitment to the greatness of Africa and the unbreakable bonds of our global family. Brothers and sisters, today we stand at a crossroads of history and destiny. The eligibility of Jamaicans, Barbadians, Trinidadians, and African Americans for African passports is not merely an administrative decision or a political gesture. It is a profound symbol of the renewal of our shared identity and heritage across the African diaspora. This moment represents the breaking of chains that history imposed on us, a restoration of the bond that time and distance could never truly sever. For too long, the roots of our ancestors were scattered by the winds of slavery, colonialism, and displacement, but today we declare loudly and clearly that no ocean is wide enough to separate the children of Africa from their motherland. This passport is more than a piece of paper. It is a key, one that unlocks the door to belonging, to recognition, and to reclaiming what was lost but never forgotten. It is a testament to the resilience of our people, to the undying spirit that connects us, whether we walk the streets of Kingston, Port of Spain, Bridgetown, or the bustling cities of the United States. You carry the blood of kings and queens, the wisdom of elders, and the courage of those who refuse to be broken. Today, Africa extends its hand to you, inviting you to step into the light of your rightful place, to reconnect with the soil that nurtured your ancestors and the spirit that guides your path. We understand that identity is not just about geography. It is about history, culture, language, and the shared struggles and triumphs that shape who we are. The African passport, therefore, is a symbol of unity, a bridge that links the past to the present, the diaspora to the homeland. It tells the world that we are one people, bound by a common destiny and a collective responsibility to uplift each other. In a world that often tries to divide and marginalize us, this gesture sends a powerful message of pride and solidarity. It proclaims that the African continent is not a distant land. It is home, a home that welcomes all who bear its spirit. The journey to this day has been long and arduous. Generations before us endured unimaginable pain and hardship, yet they held on to the hope that one day their children and grandchildren would reclaim their heritage fully. That hope is now becoming reality. We must honor their sacrifices by embracing this opportunity with open hearts and minds. We must use this moment to build stronger connections, to learn from each other, and to support the advancement of our communities on both sides of the Atlantic. This is also a call to action. With this passport comes not only the right to travel, but the responsibility to contribute to the growth and prosperity of Africa. We are opening the gates to new partnerships, investments, and exchanges of knowledge. We want the talents and energies of the diaspora to fuel innovation, education, and economic development on the continent. Your success is Africa's success, and Africa's growth is a beacon of hope for the entire world. The eligibility of the diaspora for African passports is a step toward dismantling the lingering structures of colonialism that sought to isolate and weaken us. By recognizing the diaspora as part of the African family, we reject the artificial borders and divisions imposed upon us. We embrace instead a vision of unity, strength, and self-determination. This is a vision that honors the legacy of great African leaders who dreamed of a continent and a people united in freedom and progress. To our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and African American communities everywhere, know that your struggles and triumphs are woven into the fabric of Africa's story. This passport is a symbol of our shared history and a beacon for our future together. It says that you belong here, that your dreams and aspirations are intertwined with those of your African brothers and sisters. Let this moment inspire us all to deepen our commitment to the values that define us: resilience, dignity, solidarity, and hope. Together, we will face the challenges that lie ahead, from economic inequality to social injustice, with the strength that comes from unity. Together, we will build a future where no child is denied opportunity because of where they were born or the color of their skin. This initiative is not just about passports, it is about healing the wounds of the past and forging a new path forward. It is about reclaiming the narrative, telling our own stories, and celebrating the richness of our cultures. It is about creating a world where Africa and its diaspora are not seen as separate entities but as one vibrant, dynamic family, moving forward hand in hand. So I call on all of you leaders, youth elders, artists, educators, and activists to embrace this moment. Use it to build bridges, to foster understanding, and to create networks of support and collaboration. Let us transform this symbolic act into a powerful movement that reshapes our destiny. The African passport extended to our brothers and sisters across the seas is an open door to a future full of promise. It is a declaration that Africa is rising, united and proud. It is a celebration of identity, heritage, and the unbreakable bonds that connect us all. Together we will walk this path forward stronger, freer, and more united than ever before. The future belongs to us all, and together we will shape it in the spirit of hope, dignity, and shared destiny. Africa welcomes its diasporic sons and daughters, recognizing them as an integral part of the continent's future and unity. This welcome is not merely a gesture of hospitality. It is a profound acknowledgement of a bond that time and distance have never been able to erase. The blood that runs through your veins connects you to the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plains of Africa. It connects you to the stories of courage, resilience, and triumph that have shaped this great continent for millennia. Today, Africa opens its arms wide, not as strangers, but as family reunited at last. For too long, the children of Africa scattered across the globe have been searching for a place to call home, for a sense of belonging that history tried to deny them. The scars of slavery, colonialism, and displacement run deep, but they do not define us. What defines us is our ability to rise above adversity, to reclaim our identity, and to stand proud as one people. This invitation to our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and across the African American diaspora is a call to come back, not as guests, but as rightful heirs of Africa's promise. We recognize that the future of Africa cannot be shaped in isolation. The strength of our continent lies not only in its rich natural resources or its vibrant cultures, but in the unity of its people, both those who live within its borders and those who live beyond them. The diaspora carries with it talents, ideas, and dreams that are essential to the progress we seek. Your creativity, your innovation, and your dedication are vital threads in the fabric of Africa's renewal. Together we are stronger, and together we can overcome the challenges that have held us back for too long. This unity is not simply about geography or politics. It is about identity, culture, and shared destiny. It is about recognizing that the struggles faced by Africans at home and abroad are intertwined. When one of us suffers, we all suffer. When one of us triumphs, we all rise. The diaspora's fight for justice, equality, and opportunity is part of Africa's broader struggle for dignity and self-determination. By welcoming you, Africa is embracing a future where those struggles are no longer isolated, but united, forging a path toward collective liberation and prosperity. In practical terms, this means building bridges of education, trade, cultural exchange, and political solidarity. It means creating spaces where the voices of the diaspora are heard and valued in the decisions that shape Africa's future. It means encouraging young people in Africa and the diaspora to see themselves as part of one community, working hand in hand to create opportunities, build businesses, and inspire change. We want you to know that your dreams for a better life are our dreams too, and we are committed to making those dreams a reality. Africa's doors are open to you not just as individuals but as vital partners in the mission to transform this continent. Your contributions in fields such as technology, arts, science, and governance are needed now more than ever. The knowledge and experience you bring can accelerate Africa's development and help us leapfrog into a future defined by innovation and sustainability. This partnership is not a one-way street. It is a mutual exchange where Africa offers its rich heritage and opportunities and the diaspora offers its skills and passion. We also understand that this journey requires healing. The wounds of the past, colonial exploitation, racial discrimination, and economic marginalization have left scars on both the continent and the diaspora. Acknowledging this pain is the first step toward reconciliation and unity. Africa is committed to confronting these painful histories openly and honestly so that we may move forward with trust and mutual respect. By doing so, we lay the foundation for a future where our shared identity is celebrated, not fragmented. The decision to welcome the diaspora with open arms also challenges the global narrative that often seeks to separate Africans at home from those abroad. We reject the idea that distance or assimilation can sever the ties of heritage and responsibility. Instead, we affirm that no matter where you live, your roots are deeply planted in African soil. Your achievements abroad shine a light on Africa's potential and contribute to reshaping the world's perception of our continent. This moment is also a powerful statement to the world that Africa is reclaiming its place on the global stage, not as a continent defined by poverty or conflict, but as a continent of opportunity, resilience, and unity. By embracing the diaspora, Africa is asserting its sovereignty and its determination to chart its own course. This is a call to other nations and peoples to recognize the strength that comes from unity and shared purpose. To our brothers and sisters in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and African American communities worldwide, I say, Africa sees you, Africa honors you, and Africa welcomes you home. Your journey has been long and often difficult, but today we walk together toward a brighter future. Let us unite in our commitment to build a continent where every child, no matter where they were born, can thrive in dignity and peace. Together we will write a new chapter in the story of Africa, one of unity, progress, and hope. This is a time for celebration, for healing, and for building a future that reflects the greatness that has always lived in our shared blood and spirit. The strength of Africa lies not just in its lands and resources, but in its people, united, proud, and unstoppable. May this moment inspire us all to embrace our shared destiny with courage and determination. May it remind us that the future belongs to those who dare to believe in unity and act in solidarity. Africa welcomes you not just today, but forever, as integral members of one family, one people, one unstoppable force. This initiative goes beyond paperwork. It is an invitation to reclaim roots, strengthen cultural ties, and build solidarity. When we speak of passports and eligibility, some may see only a formal process, a bureaucratic step, but for us, this is much deeper. It is a call to remember who we are, where we come from, and the unbreakable bonds that unite us across continents and generations. It is a chance to heal the fractures caused by centuries of displacement and to stitch together the fabric of a global African family that has long been torn apart. Our roots run deep in the soil of Africa. They are nourished by the stories of our ancestors, the languages they spoke, the music they created, and the traditions they pass down. This initiative rekindles the flame of these shared histories. It asks us not only to look back, but to look forward toward a future where our cultural heritage is a source of strength, pride, and unity. It is an opportunity to celebrate the diversity of our people, to honor the myriad ways in which African identity is expressed, and to recognize that this diversity is not a barrier but a bridge connecting us all. Through this initiative, we are inviting the sons and daughters of Africa's diaspora to step into their heritage with confidence and joy. It is a moment to rediscover the dances, the foods, the languages, and the customs that have traveled with you across oceans and lands. Sometimes hidden, sometimes transformed, but never lost. By reclaiming these roots, you not only enrich your own identity, but also breathe new life into the continent itself. You bring with you experiences, perspectives, and creativity that can invigorate our societies and help us innovate in ways that honor tradition while embracing the future. Building solidarity is the heart of this endeavor. We recognize that true unity does not come from mere proximity or political agreements alone. It comes from shared purpose, mutual respect, and a commitment to uplift one another. In welcoming you to Africa with open arms and open hearts, we are saying that your struggles, your dreams, and your successes are intertwined with ours. We acknowledge the pain of separation and displacement, and we commit to walking together toward healing and empowerment. This solidarity is not symbolic. It is practical and essential. It means working hand in hand to address the pressing challenges that face our continent and our diaspora communities, from economic inequality and social injustice to climate change and security. These are battles we must fight together. Your knowledge, your skills, and your resources are vital to this fight. At the same time, Africa offers a wealth of opportunity, culture, and innovation that can inspire and support the diaspora in return. This exchange of ideas and support will create a powerful force for change, one that transcends borders and unites us in purpose. We must also recognize that solidarity requires ongoing effort and intentionality. It means creating spaces where voices from the diaspora are heard and valued in shaping Africa's future. It means investing in education and cultural exchange programs that connect youth across continents, fostering a sense of belonging and shared identity. It means celebrating our history, acknowledging our pain, and committing to a future where no one is left behind. This initiative is a rebuke to the forces that have sought to divide us. Colonial powers once drew lines on maps and sowed discord among our people to weaken us. Today we erase those lines in spirit and action. We dismantle the barriers that separate Africa from its diaspora and build bridges of understanding and cooperation. This is a revolutionary act, one that challenges the old order and paves the way for a new era of African unity and pride. I invite you to see this initiative not just as a formal process, but as a movement that calls us to action, to embrace your African heritage fully, to contribute to the continent's growth, and to stand united in the face of challenges. This is a moment for us to come together as one people, united by history, culture, and a shared future. As we move forward, let us remember that reclaiming our roots and building solidarity is a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, understanding, and dedication. It demands that we listen to one another, learn from one another, and support one another. But above all, it requires that we hold fast to the belief that together we are stronger, that together we can overcome any obstacle. This is a time of great promise for Africa and its diaspora. The world is watching as we forge a path of unity, resilience, and hope. Let us seize this moment with courage and determination. Let us open our hearts and minds to the possibilities that lie ahead. Let us reclaim our heritage and build a future where all Africans on the continent and across the diaspora thrive in dignity and peace. This initiative is a beacon lighting the way toward that future. It is an invitation to belong, to connect, and to create. It is a celebration of who we are and who we will become. So I call on every son and daughter of Africa, from Jamaica to Barbados, Trinidad to the United States and beyond, embrace this invitation. Take up your place in the great story of Africa. Let us walk together, hand in hand, toward a future defined by unity, strength, and shared destiny. Granting these passports affirms Africa's commitment to sovereignty, opportunity, and pride for all connected to its history. This is not just a bureaucratic act, it is a powerful statement of who we are as a continent and as a people. It signals a new chapter where Africa is no longer defined by the narratives imposed upon it by others, but by the vision we hold for ourselves and our descendants. To offer African passports to the sons and daughters of the diaspora is to say loudly and clearly that Africa claims its place in the world as a sovereign entity, proud of its history and confident in its future. Sovereignty is at the heart of this initiative. For too long, our continent's destiny was dictated by foreign powers, by systems designed to divide and weaken us. Today, we reclaim the right to define ourselves, to control our borders, our economies, and our narratives. By welcoming our brothers and sisters from Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and the African American diaspora with open arms and open passports, Africa is asserting that its sovereignty includes its global family. This is a sovereignty that transcends geography, one that embraces the shared heritage and common destiny of all Africans, wherever they may be. This commitment to sovereignty also means rejecting the legacy of exploitation and marginalization. It means building systems and institutions that serve the interests of our people first, fostering economies that create jobs and opportunities for all. When we extend these passports, we are inviting our diaspora to participate actively in this transformation, to invest their talents, resources, and passion in the future of Africa. This is a call for partnership based on mutual respect and shared goals. It is a recognition that the strength of Africa lies not only in its land, but in the unity and contributions of its people, near and far. Opportunity is another pillar of this commitment. The African continent is rich in potential, natural resources, human capital, creativity, and innovation. Yet for too long, these riches have been underutilized or exploited without benefit to our people. Today, we change that narrative. Granting passports to the diaspora opens doors to new collaborations, new investments, and new possibilities. It creates pathways for education, entrepreneurship, and cultural exchange that can lift communities and strengthen economies across the continent. For the youth of Africa and its diaspora, this initiative is a beacon of hope. It says that your dreams matter, that your skills and ambitions are valued, and that you have a place in building a prosperous Africa. It encourages the movement of ideas, talent, and capital, breaking down the barriers that have kept us separated. This is how we build a future where no one is left behind. A future where the contributions of every African at home or abroad are recognized and celebrated. Pride is the heartbeat of this endeavor. Pride in our history, our cultures, our languages, and our resilience. Pride in the fact that, despite centuries of oppression, we have survived and thrived. The African passport is a symbol of that pride. It is a reminder that Africa is not a place to be feared or pitied, but a continent of dignity, strength, and beauty. For our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, receiving this passport is a reclamation of identity, a restoration of honor, and a celebration of belonging. This pride is essential for our collective progress. It fuels our determination to overcome challenges and to build societies based on justice and equality. It inspires us to protect our heritage and to pass on a legacy of strength and unity to future generations. When we wear the African passport, we carry with us the stories of our ancestors and the hopes of those yet to come. We carry the spirit of a continent rising, united in purpose and vision. Granting these passports is also a challenge to the world. It challenges outdated notions of identity and belonging. It asserts that being African is not confined to geography, but is a shared heritage that binds us across oceans and borders. It calls on the international community to recognize the importance of diaspora engagement in Africa's development. It demands respect for Africa's sovereignty and for the rights of its people everywhere. This initiative invites us to imagine a world where Africans, whether in Lagos, Kingston, New York, or Bridgetown, stand together as one. It asks us to see ourselves not as separated by distance, but connected by history and destiny. It calls on us to build networks of support and collaboration that transcend all divisions and foster a spirit of collective upliftment. In this moment, I urge every African and every member of the diaspora to embrace this opportunity with open hearts and determined minds. Let us use this renewed connection to forge stronger bonds, to share knowledge and resources, and to create a future where Africa's sovereignty is respected, its opportunities are abundant, and its pride shines brightly for all the world to see. Let this be a turning point. A moment when the African passport becomes more than a document, but a symbol of our unity, our resilience, and our unyielding commitment to a future of freedom, dignity, and prosperity. Together we will write this new chapter not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. Together, Africa and its diaspora will work to overcome colonial legacies and create prosperous, peaceful, and just communities. This is a commitment that demands our collective strength, our shared vision, and an unshakable belief in the future we can build together. The wounds of colonialism run deep, etched into the soil, the systems, and the very fabric of our societies, but they are not unbreakable. With unity as our shield and determination as our sword, we will dismantle the structures that have kept us divided and oppressed for too long. Colonialism sought to erase our histories, disrupt our cultures, and exploit our resources. It imposed borders that divided peoples, languages, and traditions, sowing seeds of discord that have lingered for generations. But these imposed divisions cannot sever the ties that bind us at the heart. Our shared ancestry, our values, and our dreams for a better tomorrow. Together, Africans on the continent and in the diaspora possess the wisdom and power to heal these fractures, to rewrite the narrative, and to restore what was stolen. Our shared history is a source of resilience. It teaches us that even in the darkest times, hope endures, that even when our lands were taken, our spirits remained unbroken. This history calls on us to act, not out of anger or resentment, but with the resolve to build communities where justice prevails, where opportunities are abundant, and where peace is the foundation of our daily lives. Creating prosperous communities means reimagining our economies in ways that serve all people fairly and sustainably. It means investing in education, infrastructure, technology, and entrepreneurship. It means supporting small businesses and innovators who can drive growth from within. The diaspora, with its wealth of experience, knowledge, and resources, plays a vital role in this transformation. Your investments, your ideas, and your partnerships can ignite new industries, create jobs, and empower youth across Africa. Together we can harness this potential to build economies that are not only strong but inclusive and resilient. Peace is the cornerstone of progress. Without peace, prosperity remains out of reach. But peace is more than the absence of conflict. It is the presence of justice, equity, and respect for human rights. Together we must confront the root causes of violence and instability, from poverty and inequality to corruption and exclusion. Our solidarity strengthens our ability to promote dialogue, reconciliation, and cooperation across borders and communities. The diaspora's voice amplifies this mission on the global stage, advocating for fair policies and supporting initiatives that foster harmony at home. Justice must guide all our efforts. It demands that we hold accountable those who perpetuate injustice and inequality. It requires that we build institutions that protect the rights of all citizens, that uphold the rule of law, and that ensure fair access to opportunities and resources. Together, we can challenge systems that have marginalized millions and replace them with structures that celebrate dignity and fairness. This is a call for leadership that listens, governance that cares, and communities that stand united against oppression in all its forms. The journey ahead is not without challenges. We will face resistance from forces that benefit from division and exploitation. We will encounter obstacles rooted in old prejudices and new inequalities. But history has shown us that when Africans come together, nothing is impossible. The strength of our unity is our greatest weapon against these challenges. By embracing our shared identity and working in solidarity, we build a future that reflects the values we hold dear: freedom, justice, and prosperity for all. We must also invest in the next generation. Our youth are the future leaders, innovators, and peace builders of Africa and its diaspora. We owe them an inheritance of opportunity, hope, and stability. By working together, we can create educational and cultural exchanges that strengthen their sense of belonging and equip them with the tools to lead boldly. We must nurture their talents and support their dreams, knowing that their success is the success of our entire family. This collaboration extends beyond governments and institutions. It is a movement powered by people. Artists, entrepreneurs, educators, activists, and everyday citizens across the globe are the lifeblood of this renaissance. Your voices matter. Your actions matter. Together you are creating networks of support, sharing knowledge, and inspiring change in communities everywhere. This grassroots energy, combined with strategic partnerships, will propel Africa and its diaspora toward a future defined by dignity and shared prosperity. As we undertake this vital work, let us remember the wisdom of our ancestors who taught us the importance of community and cooperation. Let us honor their sacrifices by building bridges where walls once stood. Let us celebrate our cultures as the foundation of our unity, weaving together traditions and innovations into a tapestry of progress. And let us carry forward the spirit of resilience and hope that has always been the heartbeat of Africa. Together, Africa and its diaspora will not only overcome the legacies of the past, but will also build a future that shines as a beacon of what is possible when people unite with purpose and love for their homeland. This future is one where prosperity is shared, peace is sustained, and justice is guaranteed for all. It is a future worth striving for, a future we will create together hand in hand as one family. This policy is a call for unity and partnership in building a future based on empowerment, dignity, and shared destiny for all Africans worldwide. It is a clarion call that resonates far beyond the borders of any one country or continent. It reaches into the hearts of every African, whether they live on the soil of our great continent or in distant lands, carrying with them the heritage of our ancestors and the hopes of future generations. This is a moment to recognize that our strength lies not only in the lands we inhabit, but in the unbreakable bonds that connect us as one people. Empowerment is the foundation upon which this vision stands. It is about giving every African the tools and opportunities to shape their own lives and communities with confidence and pride. This means investing in education that respects and celebrates our histories and cultures, creating economic opportunities that lift people out of poverty, and building institutions that are transparent, accountable, and responsive to the needs of the people. Empowerment is not charity. It is justice. It is recognizing that every African has the right and the capacity to contribute to the growth and prosperity of our continent and the wider diaspora. Dignity must be at the core of all our efforts. For too long, Africans have been subjected to narratives and systems that diminish their worth and potential. This policy rejects those narratives and affirms the inherent dignity of every person of African descent. It insists that we be seen and treated as equals in the global community, worthy of respect and opportunity. Dignity is the recognition of our shared humanity and the rejection of all forms of discrimination and injustice that seek to divide us. When we extend African passports to our brothers and sisters abroad, we are affirming that their identity and dignity are inseparable from that of the continent itself. Shared destiny means that our futures are intertwined. The challenges faced by Africa, whether economic, social, or environmental, are also challenges faced by the diaspora. Climate change, for example, does not recognize borders, and neither does the struggle for equality and human rights. By coming together in unity, Africans worldwide can pool their resources, knowledge, and influence to address these challenges more effectively. Shared destiny is a commitment to walk together to support one another and to celebrate our achievements as a collective. This policy is not only a symbol of unity, but also a practical framework for partnership. It encourages collaboration across governments, civil society, businesses, and communities to create networks of support and innovation. By working together, we can build infrastructure, foster trade, and promote cultural exchange that enriches all our lives. It opens doors for diaspora Africans to invest in their ancestral homelands, to bring back ideas and skills, and to participate actively in shaping policies and development agenda. Moreover, this partnership must be grounded in mutual respect and reciprocity. It is not about one side giving and the other receiving. It is about recognizing the unique contributions that each member of our global family brings. The diaspora has often been a wellspring of creativity, advocacy, and economic support. Africa offers a rich cultural heritage, untapped potential, and opportunities for growth and collaboration. Together we can create synergies that benefit all. The journey toward this future requires courage and commitment. It requires us to confront difficult truths about our past, the scars left by slavery, colonialism, and systemic injustice. But it also demands hope and vision, the ability to see beyond these wounds to a horizon filled with possibility. This policy embodies that vision. It calls on us to reject division and to embrace solidarity, to build bridges where walls have stood, and to write a new chapter in the story of Africa and its people. For the youth, this is a beacon of hope. It tells them that they are not alone, that they belong to a vast and vibrant community that spans continents. It challenges them to take pride in their identity and to become leaders in the movement for change and progress. For the elders, it is a source of pride and reassurance that the legacy they pass on is one of unity and strength. For every African, it is a reminder that their voice matters and their contributions are valued. This policy also challenges the world to recognize the power and potential of African unity. It invites the international community to support our efforts and to respect our sovereignty. It demands that the global conversation about Africa be reshaped from one of victimhood and crisis to one of empowerment, innovation, and leadership. By standing together, Africa and its diaspora send a powerful message that we are not passive observers of history, but active creators of our destiny. As we embrace this policy, let us remember that unity and partnership are not abstract ideals, but lived realities that require daily effort. They call for dialogue, understanding, and the willingness to put aside differences for the greater good. They demand that we celebrate our diversity as a source of strength, and that we work tirelessly to ensure that no one is left behind. The future we envision is one where every African, whether in Accra, Kingston, New York, or Bridgetown, can look to the horizon with hope and confidence. It is a future where empowerment, dignity, and shared destiny are not just words, but the lived experience of millions. This policy is a step toward making that future real, a future built on the foundations of unity, respect, and collective progress. Let us answer this call with courage and resolve. Let us embrace our shared identity and work hand in hand to build the Africa we know is possible, a continent and a global family united, thriving, and proud. Together we will shape a future that honors our past, celebrates our present, and secures the promise of tomorrow for all Africans worldwide. Thank you.